So you got your Apple Watch all set up and you're ready to learn more.
Today we're going to show you the basics of the watch so you can start loving it as much as we do.
Hey, it's Barbara and Karen here, the Sync Sisters. Our channel's all about simple steps for tech-savvy living.
So if you like what you see here today, please subscribe and don't forget to click the bell so you can stay informed of notifications. And we absolutely love to hear your comments, to read them, and see who doesn't like to see a good like. So please keep those coming. And also remember to watch the commercials. It's the only way we can continue to bring you these free tech tutorials. So here we have our Apple Watch, and first we're going to do is take a look at some of the hardware. So of course, this is the watch part, and here's my screen. I'm going to turn it to the side, and you'll see there's two buttons. There's the round button, which is called the digital crown. Ours on this watch is red because it's cellular.
Cellular.
If yours is not red, it's not cellular. And then there's this long, flat side button, okay? And we're going to show you the functionality of these in a minute. If I turn it over, there's this cool, high-tech looking back piece.
Yeah, the sensors include infrared and visible light LEDs and photo sensors. There's also an internal accelerometer to track movement.
Right. And it sounds really complicated and fancy, but what it really does is it takes your heart rate throughout the day, and then the Apple Watch is able to create a comprehensive look at your daily activity and health status.
Right. And we have a great app on the Activity app on your phone that shows you all the information that your Apple Watch is gathering about you during the day.
Yeah, we have a great video on that. Now, if I turn it to this side, this is your speaker and this is your microphone. And we wanted to say just a quick thing about the microphone. It is amazing.
It's really
when
good.
I first got my watch and I was talking on the phone, I would try to talk down into the microphone. But actually, it's designed to have the best sound if you're holding your hands straight down by your thigh, like you naturally would.
Just naturally. Yeah.
So it's amazing. So, and then let's take a look at the band again. And this is the sport band, okay? And this is a nice plastic band. And when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's going to be some cheap plastic band. But it's not. It's
not.
Soft, and I hardly can tell that I have it on. It's so wonderful.
Right. It's silicone, and it's like the Apple silicone cases.
Yeah,
really
right.
Yummy.
It's not really play on.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at how to take them on and off. It's so easy. On the back, you can see there's two flat buttons on either side. And so all I'm going to do is press my fingernail. It's probably going to be easier to go like this. Press my fingernail into the slot and just slide it out. It's that easy.
It's that easy.
And to put it in, you actually just slide it in. And it locks. And I thought at first, oh, that's not going to be secure, right? But no, that is so secure, and it's not going to go anywhere.
Right. And it'll only go in the one side. You'll know if you've got it in the right side because it'll pull in and lock. Otherwise, you know, it's designed very nicely.
Right. And then this one, it closes. It's a tuck and loop closure. And what you do when it's on your wrist, it's a little more intuitive than what I'm showing you here, right? Put it on your wrist, and you get it to the size that fits your wrist. And then all you do is tuck this in here. Yeah. And it works like a dream when it's on your wrist.
It does. It works really slick, and you honestly don't feel like you even have anything on. We were worried about the heaviness, but it's not heavy at all.
It's fantastic. So this is a two-piece band. Let's take a look at, there's also one-piece bands. I'm going to bring in my Milanese band, which is beautiful. I love this. It's metal. It's gorgeous. And you can see it's all one piece, so it's not two pieces. But if you look at both ends, they're the same as the two-piece one, so these are just going to slide right in and out of your watch, nice and secure and nice and easy. And for a one-piece band, this one is a magnetic closure. If I grab this, if this was on your wrist, you would take it to where it fit and then just drop it, and it's magnetically on there, and it's so secure. It does not slip. I even work out with this watch, and you would think, you know, doing push-ups or something, this would slip around. It never does. It's fantastic. And I know Barb has the Sport Loop watch, which is basically like a cloth watch, and it's one piece like this Milanese one, and its closure is Velcro.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's like It's like Apple Velcro, right?
It's like no Velcro you've ever seen.
It's not that scratchy craft store Velcro.
Right.
So these are the bands, and we just love them. So here we are now. I'm wearing the watch, and we're going to show you a few things about it. So the screen is dark right now, dim right now, and there's a couple ways you could turn it on. You could tap either the digital crown or the side button, or you can just tap the screen.
Right.
Isn't that great? Then there, just like your phone, it has this really nice raise to wake feature. If I turn my watch away from my face, did you notice that the screen went dark? So what what the Apple Watch is thinking is, well, she's not looking at it anymore.
Right.
I'm going to save battery life and go dim.
Right.
To bring it up, I just have to raise it towards my face and it comes on. So it's so intuitive.
It really is.
I love it.
And if you didn't like that feature, that is something you can turn off in the settings.
Right. So this here is my watch face, and there are so many watch faces that you can pick from, and they're all fabulous. We have a great video we'll link in the description all about the watch faces.
Right.
One thing I do want to point out is every watch face has a number of complications, they're called. That's an old watch term. And it means anything other than the time, the functionality that a watch has.
Right.
And what they are, particularly on the Apple Watch, is they're really many ways to launch an app.
Yeah, they're little shortcuts.
Yeah, different faces will have different complications and numbers of them. So if I were to tap on my rings, I go right in there and I'm in the app. So it's kind of a shortcut to get to the app, right?
Right.
So now this digital crown on the side, we're going to show you a couple of functions of that. If I tap it once, it goes to my app home page. I tap it again, it goes back to my watch face. So it's a way to toggle back and forth between the two. Now, if I were to double click the digital crown, it brings up, oops.
It's a little hard to do. There it is. It brings up, it's a very specific double tap. It is. It's hard to double tap on a watch.
You know, it's just because we're filming. Of course, when I'm using it on my own, it works perfect. But what the double tap of the digital crown does is it brings up the last app that you were in. So it's a previous setting. So that's kind of a nice feature. Now, if I were to press and hold on the digital crown, it's going to evoke Siri. What's the temperature?
Not really burn Siri. Should
What
have been
she
here
doesn't
last
know,
week.
It's been a lot colder than that. But so that's a great way to evoke Siri. Of course, you can also use the magic HEY Siri to evoke her, or you can press and hold this. And that's a great tip that we will have for you about the Apple Watch is using Siri.
Yes.
Just try it for anything.
Right.
Have her send a text, read an email, check the weather, anything. Just test it out because, you're out and about, you're moving around with your watch. It's really easy to use Siri.
Right. And when you're driving, it's really easy. Your watch is right there. You just say the magic words and ask her a question. You don't even have to look at your watch.
Right. So now let's take a look at the next button on the side, which is the long button, the side button. If I single tap that, it's going to bring up something that's called your recent dock. If I scroll through, it's going to go through a list of the apps that I was in recently.
Right.
Okay? And you can change this, instead of being your recents, it can be your favorites. And you do that in the Watch app on the phone. And we have that in our video, Apple Watch, a complete how-to guide, and we'll link it in the description. If you do want to make this your favorite, you could have a set favorite list of apps.
Right, because that's the way it used to work, right? And then they changed it with OS 4.
Right. So that's a single touch. If I were to double touch it. If I were to double tap it, it brings up my favorite thing, Apple Pay. Who doesn't love to just swipe your hand at the reader and pay for things, right?
It's great.
So if I were to press and hold the side button, this last thing, and it's going to bring up a series of things. I can swipe to power off, just like on your phone.
Right, and that'll do a hard power off. Like if you weren't going to use your watch for a long time, you'd want to do that.
Or if it's being finicky, just like any other electronic, restarting it just seems to work, doesn't it?
Right.
And when your watch is off, to restart it, you just press and hold the side button until you see the app will come up, and then it starts, just like your phone.
Right. And then the next two things are really great features of the Apple Watch, the medical ID and the Emergency SOS. So the medical ID, anyone can access on your watch, even on your phone too. And if you've set it up right in the health app, they can see what you're allergic to, who your emergency contacts are, in case something happens to you.
Yep.
And you can't talk.
And your medical conditions and everything.
Right.
And then the Emergency SOS is a great feature. If you were to press and hold and continue holding past this screen, what will happen is there will be a countdown that will happen so you can stop it in case you did it by accident.
Right.
But if it goes through, it'll call emergency services.
Right.
And besides calling emergency services, it will text your emergency contacts your location.
Right.
And the cool feature is, even if you have location services turned off on your watch, when it texts your emergency contacts, it'll turn it on temporarily just to text your location.
Isn't that great?
So you are super safe with your Apple Watch. You know, as long as you can press and hold on the long button.
Right, right.
You're going to be doing good. So let's take a look at some of the navigating around on the watch. I'm going to go back to my app homepage. All right, so you can see it's a very cool thing. And to navigate, I'm just tapping and holding, not hard or anything. And you can see you can move around and see all your apps. Now, the clock is sort of the center of the apps. So if you want to move something around, you press and hold, tap and hold, just a gentle one. Again, takes a while to get used to, just like on your phone, till you get the jigglies, right?
Right.
And then let's say I want to move the weather closer or around. Just tap on it, hold, and you can move it anywhere you want.
Right. And as Karen said, the watch is the center. The watch face is the center of this cluster, and it can't move. You can't move that one. So
right. And when we have the jigglies, you'll notice some of the apps have those little tiny X's. That means you could delete those and they would be removed from your watch.
Right.
The ones that don't have it are your core Apple ones that aren't going to let you change it, just like on your phone.
Right.
And to stop the jigglies, I'm going to go ahead and tap the digital crown, and that goes away. So now this is a super cool, this cluster of apps is really cool looking, right? But sometimes it can be kind of hard to find an app,
right,
especially if you're not familiar with it and what its icon looks like. So I'm going to use something called Force Touch, which was invented for the Apple Watch to give more functionality to such a small screen. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to press down hard.
And it's a hard press.
Yeah, it's not a tap and hold. You're really pressing it. You don't worry, you're not going to break the watch screen, right?
Right.
And look what it brings up. Grid view, which we were just in, or list view. I'm going to tap on list view. Aha! Now instead of that cluster of sometimes confusing app icons, it's just an alphabetical list.
Right.
Such an easy way to find it. And, I can force touch and go back to
the cool looking grid.
Cluster view.
Yeah.
So that's another one of our tips with the Apple Watch is experiment with force touch.
Right.
Almost every single app has something that, if you force touch, it's going to come up with more options.
Right.
So, go ahead, test it out, play with it. When you're in mail, do force touch, messages, everything. See, you're going to see tons of options. So that's a good tip. So that's the basics. You should be able to get started on your watch, and we know you're going to love it just like we do. Now, to charge your watch is a pretty cool thing. It's got this really cool disc charger. I think it's kind of neat, right?
And it magnetically
it's
attaches.
Magnetic, boom. Just chop it on there, and oops.
It goes right into lock mode.
It does.
There are some settings. You can change that in the watch app. We'll show you later, but Karen has it set up. When you take it off your wrist, it goes into lock mode so no one else can use it.
Right, but it's charging, and it's really cool. And there's a cool feature if I do it sideways.
The digital crown up.
Digital crown up. It goes into nightstand mode.
Right.
Okay, so I can show you what that looks a little bit more like. It shows
it's very
the
cool.
time
And
bit.
in the middle of the night, if you wave your hand in front of it, it'll come on, and then it goes off after a few seconds.
So that's the thought. You go to sleep, and if it goes off, you just go like that, and it comes back on. So that's kind of cool. So if you like this nightstand mode, you can see with your regular watch charger, your face is pretty straight up and down, which is not always the best angle for when you're laying in bed. So we have this cool product to show you, and it's so cool. It's called the Dodo Cool. And what this is it's a regular watch charger, and it's Apple certified, so it works really well. And it also has this holder that you can angle to different angles for better viewing in bed. And it works just like the regular watch charger. I'm going to snap it on magnetically. And then all you have to do is activate it for nightstand. Now you can see it's at a better angle for viewing when you're in bed. So this is a great product, and we have a link in the description below. And if you use our Amazon link, we'll get credit for it, and we can continue to bring you this free content. Well, thanks for watching our video today. We so love making these videos and bringing you this free content, but we do need your support.
Right, so how can you support us? First of all, don't skip the commercials. That's how any creator makes money on YouTube. Like our video, share it with your friends, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And another great way is to go to our website using the link on the screen and shop through our Amazon link. Same secure Amazon shopping that you love at no extra cost, but it really helps support us to bring you these great videos.
Right. So thanks for learning with us, and thanks for supporting us.